It's Bourbon Night.
Hello, I'm Sarah. That's Chad.
How's everyone? How's everyone doing?
Happy Sunday.
Yeah, happy Sunday, everybody. A little gloomier weather out there.
Yeah, but it's been a weekend. If you guys follow us on Instagram, you saw some of the stuff we got to try yesterday. We did a little tasting at Justin's House of Bourbon in Lexington, and we had some nice stuff. So, felt like a treat for us.
Yeah.
But also, it was nice to be out.
It was, wasn't it? It was good.
Good to see some friendly faces.
Absolutely, yeah.
So
some old friends, some good patrons.
Right.
They're both.
Yeah. All in all, a good week.
Very good week. Very good week. Might be a little bit kind of drained a little bit from all of it.
Too much excitement. I'm not used to this level of excitement.
Yeah, it's like
from
this
going.
2020 wasn't the year of go out and do exciting things.
Right.
So,
but I will say, Chad, I think that was a good warm up, little stretch before Whiskey Weekend Batch 3, which is not next weekend but the weekend after.
That's right.
And I know maybe there's a couple of you out there who will be going to that as well, and that is 3 nights. So thankfully they've given us the mornings to rest, but I feel like I am training.
Yeah.
Yesterday was a bit of training.
Yeah. So if you're not familiar with Whiskey Weekend, that's the podcast.
The podcast.
They're
Will and Agrees.
Will and Agrees, and
kind enough to invite us. And
ADHD Whiskey is going to be there as well. BS and Bourbon.
Dixon Deadman.
Yep, Dixon Deadman will be back. And
AKA the Beaumont Inn.
Yeah.
We love it there.
Proprietor of Kentucky Owl.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be good stuff. Tonight we're going. It's sort of like a little mismatch. We didn't even kind of put up what we're doing because we just wanted to play this one by ear. But we are going to start off. I'm trying to think if we should do. We've got our little press sample here of.
It's not gonna.
I know it's not going to unless we.
It's Old Fitzgerald.
It's Old Fitzgerald.
This is the spring release of this year.
Fitzgerald.
It's a 8-year, which I'm sure you guys have seen. A lot of other people got this press sample recently, so we can chat about that.
We will be trying that. I just don't know
That'll
the
be
order.
We've got some other things to show you guys.
We do. But first, speaking of Matt himself, ADHD Whiskey with the super chat saying, "Happy Sunday! Excited to see you two in a couple of weeks. We are excited as well.
Same.
Give us a second to get something in our glass, and we will properly cowbell cheers you, of course. But thank you for that."
Yeah, I gotta use the next couple of weeks to stretch my palate game a little bit too. Mm-hmm. What would you call it? Training? I would call it a stretch, a light warm up.
Also ADHD Whiskey, yeah.
I'm gonna go head to head with Perry. We're going head to head with Clifton of
Bourbon Bites,
and Perry of This Is My Bourbon Podcast. But I don't have to tell you guys that. You guys know who Perry is. You're in the chat, so I'm sure you know.
So I guess we are doing this one. Let's do it. No, let's do it. You already got it open.
Top of the show. Why not?
You got it open.
Cheers from OC, says Vic. I'm just going to say Vic because numbers. Thank you so much. We'll give you a cheers too.
Yes.
How's that?
That's good.
Is that a good sample?
Yeah, absolutely.
So now, if you guys remember, last year we really liked the spring release of this one. Mm-hmm. It was a 16-year. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
It did well blind.
It did. Now this 8, this is the youngest. So, well, first of all, to Vic and to Matt, and cowbell cheers.
A cowbell cheers, and you better check Clifton in the chat.
Oh.
No, first we'll do the cowbell cheers.
Oh, okay.
It's okay.
I was like, what?
Thanks, guys. You better check that smack talk from Clifton.
Oh.
He says you're going down, Chad.
Oh, Clifton, you are such a nice guy. I think your palate is really good. And you are just going to give me a real run for my money.
What a good matchup.
And I will congratulate you when you pull out the victory.
Goodness.
I'm not good at smack talk.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
We got another super chat from Amy who says, "Can't wait to meet y'all at WWB3 Whiskey Weekend."
Same.
Wow, lots of people come in.
Same to you.
Cheers. Oh, cowbell.
Click link.
Thank you. for the super chat. We're really excited. Tammy's in here too. We'll see her over there. I saw somebody else earlier, but now I don't remember what the name was. The handle. Oh well. Anyways.
Yes.
A lot of people from this chat will be there, and we're very excited.
Ooh. Okay. So, I think our shot is a little bit less table than it normally is.
Yeah, that's true.
That's my bad. I had to reset. Live.
Unacceptable.
I know. It's
Just
actually
kidding. Be nice to yourself. It's okay.
You can't actually tell, but this is a different table. It's a little bit bigger.
We have more real estate.
So we
it's
have
nice.
more real estate. We're not as jammed in here. But Old Fitzgerald Spring Bonds, of course, it's exactly 100 proof. Has to be at least 4 years old, but this is 8. So I guess you say this is double the legal requirements. Yeah,
double the fun.
Double the spirit, double the fun. But yeah, spring 2013 is when it was made.
It smells lovely. Super soft on the nose, but again, expected with, the wheated.
Mm-hmm.
Little barrel coming through. Little toffee.
Yep.
Smells delightful.
A little bit like a buttered roll.
Is it a hot buttered roll?
It's a hot buttered roll, yeah.
I think I saw him, so
okay.
I'm not sure.
Chris,
but
all right.
I can never remember. Because the chat it's so active, and I love it. But it's hard for me to be like, was that today? Or
I'm seeing some people say Koopa. So I guess Todd Koopa's in here.
Todd?
So I guess that means he made it back home. Either that or he's multitasking in the car.
Don't do that, Todd. No live chat and drive. A little caramel candy.
Yeah.
But there is the oak presence and, the char on the end, which I think makes it less of a sweet thing. Which is nice, balancing out, that hot buttery roll said yes.
It smells like you. It smells like you, Chris.
I don't know how comfortable I am with that, but okay. It's a good memory, Chad. It's been a couple years.
Yeah, I know.
I already went in for it.
Interesting. Oh, so did I.
Oh.
Interesting question here. Did y'all design the Ramon-style bourbon t-shirt on Whiskey Ambitions? My wife ordered one for herself and loves it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was our brainchild to do that.
We art directed it.
We physically didn't design it, but it was our baby.
We commissioned the design,
yes.
And basically we're like, this is what we want.
This is what we want. They took our crude drawing and
our terrible, terrible sketch.
Yeah.
And made it beautiful.
Yeah, made that happen.
So glad that she likes it.
You know what might actually be interesting?
What?
Just to combine these.
Okay.
And then get that 16 and see what a 8 and a double 8, a 16.
Double 8.
Double 8, how different they are.
Okay.
Let's do it. So we're going to do that. We're going to do that because why not? Because whiskey.
Every week we're like, we're going to bring a dropper down here. And every week I forget.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
J.G. Wentworth 877 Machinal says, I will be in the Dominican Republic on Monday celebrating with Mrs. J.G. Wentworth 877 Machinal our 26th and wedding anniversary.
Whoa.
I will miss you next Sunday. Well, you will be missed as well, but congratulations on 26 years.
Congratulations, yes.
That's crazy. Awesome.
That's a good.
Did it for you.
That's a good cheers on this bottle. It's very fancy. These always give me trouble with the corks.
877 Machinal. I haven't done that in a while.
I don't yank these like you do. This one is asking to break.
It is.
I'm not playing with it.
True. Mm-mm. True.
I don't want to hear it when it breaks and it's my fault. No. I'm not. No. Let's see. I thought I saw another question, but now... Oh, Kilko said the YouTube overlords demand your thumbs. Because somebody said 300 some odd people in the chat and only 62 likes. Does seem a little suspicious.
Seems a little low. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, see, these corks,
Boom.
I mean,
Wow.
they're really in there.
Sorry to the headphone users.
Yeah, sorry about that. It's not my fault. I didn't make the bottle.
Okay, so I have the new 8 year.
Yeah.
This was spring, right?
Yes.
Spring of 2020.
The fall is back there. We didn't get the full bottle, but we tasted them side by side.
So we got a spring and a spring. 20 and a 21. 8 and a 16. Now I bet you dollars to donuts there. That's going to smell oakier.
I've never understood that.
Like smells oakier?
No.
Oh, dollars to donuts.
Because how many donuts can you buy with your? Is it the conversion rate or I'm not
bet
sure.
dollars to donuts. I don't know.
Anyways,
that's a good question. Good question.
Oh, I'm so sorry about all of your ears. Let's see.
Hey, looks like Swan is in here too. Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, because Tammy's saying hi to her son.
The Swan has flown in. The Swan has landed.
This definitely has more oak. A little bit of like a tobacco note.
Uh-huh.
And it's got a similar caramel-esque, but it's not burnt caramel, but like really rich.
Okay.
A sexy caramel. I don't know.
Ooh. All right. Well, I think I've had enough of that 8. I'm ready for that when you are. When you're ready for the 16.
Okay. Oh, a lot more oak. A lot more oak. Which makes sense.
Ooh, this one's more syrupy smelling.
Got a lot of layers and I would call it chewy.
You call it chewy?
I would call it chewy.
Would you call it Chewbacca?
Maybe.
Okay. I'll bet you dollars to donuts means you are confident. If you lose the bet, you pay in dollars. If you win the bet, they pay in donuts. Is that right? You're just making that up. I mean, I buy it.
That sounds like fun.
I'll
Except
buy
for,
it.
I mean, I don't need donuts around, but it sounds like fun. Who doesn't like donuts?
I love donuts. I once ate a dozen donuts in under 20 minutes because someone bet me that I couldn't. And I proved them wrong.
You ate
How
many?
A dozen glazed donuts in under 20 minutes.
Okay.
I was not feeling very well afterwards.
I don't feel like... I have never understood eating competitions because, well...
Ooh.
I don't feel like I can pack away that much food, but also I like to like enjoy my food.
Well,
and
yeah.
So the idea of having like a dozen Krispy Kreme donuts that I have to shovel in my mouth in 20 minutes, I'd rather... Can I have like one really nice donut?
Well, it wasn't even Krispy Kreme. It's not a national chain, so you all wouldn't know. But it was...
Northline?
No.
I was going to say, because that's a hefty dozen. They're like cake donuts.
It's that one going towards for sales.
Dough Daddies.
Dough Daddies, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I know my donuts.
Yeah.
Tony Bag of Donuts says, perhaps I can help with this whole dollars to donuts thing. Perhaps that can help solve this Pan issue.
Pan thing?
But Will Ferrell's not funny, Chad, so.
Oh, that's right.
He said, there's 2 D's, and that's the confusion. I don't... Dollars to... I think I understand. Anyways. It was good. Good job. And that also goes for James Wolverton, who said, Sarah, love the hat. He loves it because it's Castle and Key.
It's Castle and Key.
His old spot.
They've got the key.
They do. And the castle.
And they got both. Thank you, James.
Thanks, James.
Killer
now
Queen.
we've made them want donuts.
Donut and bourbon pairing. That should be in our future. Yeah, the 16, obviously, it's things are tracking here. Yeah, it's got more leather, more tobacco, but also I feel like it has more, a little more kick to it. Exact same proof, exact same mash bill, everything, but it just seems to have a little bit more, spice. It's a weeder,
Yeah.
but doesn't mean it can't have spice.
I think it's really just about more of what you like. If you like traditional weeder that's got more sweetness and more dessert notes to it, then this one, the 8-year, the spring 2021, is going to be more up your alley.
Yeah.
If you're looking for something that's got a little bit more of the maturity, those types of notes on it, it's going to be this one.
Yeah.
If you're looking for either of them, good luck. We don't even have this one for real. But that's fine. I'm not complaining. I have what's in here, and that's enough for me.
Yeah. Jeff Winbush saying, glazed donuts suck. So do Krispy Kreme. Fight me. I mean, I won't fight you over that. Krispy Kreme in a pinch will do just fine, but I don't agree with the glazed donuts suck.
Okay.
Put that sucker in a microwave. Come
Okay.
on. Or right off the conveyor belt.
Krispy Kreme in a pinch is why is there this rush? Why is there this deadline for donuts?
Sometimes you desperately need a donut.
I've never had
Just
this.
me? Just me.
Yeah.
Did you switch
I
back
did.
to the
I
8?
did.
Okay. Back to the 8.
I mean, I don't know. It depends. If it has to be like a really good glazed.
Now, here's the thing. This guy will be half as much as this guy. They had about $10.
Well, it's half the age, so.
$10 per year. After a certain initial point. So this one was like $260.
Ooh, that one hurts
something like
a little.
that. I can't remember. So this one will be less money, so that's good.
So that's nice.
And it's not like it's half as good or this one is twice as good. I wouldn't say
No,
that.
it's true. They're just different.
They are different. 8 year, like I said, the youngest thusly, right, in the release, but
Thusly.
we could compare it to the 9, but we don't drink an Old Fitz all night.
No.
I mean, we do, but
I mean,
I want to give you guys a little more variety. Oh, sorry.
I don't have to stay so fancy all
Left
night.
that up there. Boop. And
Thank you, Matt Lyons,
We
for the
appreciate
super
that.
chat. Ooh.
Yeah.
This one gets really close to being my threshold of oakiness. I have really found that when we get past 15 years, between that 15 and 20 year mark, it's very hit or miss for me.
Yeah.
And anything over 20, I feel like is just for my taste.
Sure.
I am not into that oakiness.
I wonder if the wheat mash bill of it helps it.
Or makes it more susceptible.
Don't know, because like the 17-year Masters Keep Bottled and Bond.
It's a no for me.
You were in it, same proof, different distillery.
Yeah.
But you were just not about it at
Not
all. I
about
was
it.
like, yay.
I was not feeling it.
Cool.
And even I feel like recently I had an Elijah Craig 18 year and I was like, I think I'd rather just have the barrel proof. You know?
Well, yeah.
Because
that's 12 years. Why do you need 18
right,
and go down in proof?
I'll take the 12 year
And stay uncut.
and say uncut, then go
Unfiltered.
up
Yep.
for just age sake. Because again, for me, it just becomes too oaky.
Yep.
That's just me.
Got another super chat?
We do. This one is from JoJo, who says, "Cheers from Will. From Wisconsin. I saw WI and then
LL.
exclamation points.
Thank you, Will.
Looks like Will. He said, I can watch you guys all day and night. Also not a fan of the corks in the Old Fitz decanter. Yeah, it's a beautiful decanter, but I've learned that this is the one I have to tip every time to get the cork out. Otherwise, it just wants to fight me.
For sure.
So, thanks, JoJo.
And SoCal James.
Yes.
This is for you too.
James SoCal, who says, I don't know about dollars to donuts, but I'd be up for a dollars to beignet wager.
Ooh, some beignets. Yeah. A little Louisiana action, perhaps.
Yes.
Good down there.
And it's just, sorry, I just got transported to New Orleans.
Louisiana.
And then it made me miss being there, and I got sad. And then all happened in like 2 seconds.
Just like that. So we can actually just set these to the side and finish those.
Do you have a particular one that you would like on your side for later?
I would take either and be happy, be honest with you. Same.
Okay, but which one do you really want? Because I agree.
That's 16.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I will allow it, and I will take
You got
this
more.
one. Well,
So that's good.
Okay, well, you can help me with that too.
No, I'm just saying, you got from that end of the deal. You can set that over there, please. We're gonna do something new. Something I'm gonna have to refer to my internets here to refresh my memory on where it's coming from, because it's something that we were talking about just the other night, Sarah.
Well, can I maybe be opening it while you're researching?
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh. First call to the post. Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. I mean, fitting, the horse track just opened this past weekend here. And that's a big thing in Lexington.
Yeah.
Although I don't feel the desire to go this year. It was also like not a great weekend. It was kind of rainy-ish. So this is 90 proof. It says handcrafted in Kentucky. Crafted in, is it homage or homage?
I say homage.
I know you do.
Homage. I say homage. I just take the H completely out.
To America's original sport, thoroughbred racing. Is that true? Is that our original sport?
Well, probably wasn't basketball. I mean, horse racing's older.
I never thought it was basketball, but I figured like maybe something like polo. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know.
Polo seems more complicated than just
What were people
running.
playing in the 1700s, Chad? I don't know.
Cricket?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyways, it's just some like nice language about horse racing. Bottled by the IJW Whiskey Company, Danville, Kentucky.
So this is that mysterious...
I haven't heard of
I mean,
it.
if you lived in Kentucky and you're driving to or fro Danville, you would see these warehouses out there. And you're like, what are those? Well, they were just waiting. It's IJW. There's an article on Whiskey Advocate. It says Kentucky's most mysterious bourbon producers step out of the shadows, and it's an exclusive.
Ooh.
This was published back in January, but you know, if you haven't read it,
You heard it here first. It's a scoop.
from 4 months ago. Yeah.
Not here, there.
There, yeah. So they looks like they partnered with 5 Kentucky distilleries to make a wide array of bourbon, rye, and wheat whiskeys.
There we go. The first one was uneventful. I had to do it again.
Yikes. I thought like that was a really quiet cork. The production team is headed up by 2 longtime industry veterans whose resumes include stints at Woodford Reserve, Michter's, and most recently Angel's Envy.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm guessing. Well, it says they began laying down whiskey in 2016, and so far has 100,000 barrels maturing in its 4 Danville rickhouses. So I think, if I remember right, because I really need to learn to write things down when I hear them, this is their first
product.
distillate. 2016, that's when we started.
I know, I just came across the age to minimum of 3 years on the back, and I'm like, oh, we're doing one of those. Okay.
Yeah. This was like $22.
Okay.
And there we go.
Smells a little light.
I tried their rye there, and I liked the rye. Decided to buy the bourbon.
A little thin and almost vaguely reminiscent of the circus peanuts that I actually get from Angel's Envy. And not peanuts that you get at the circus, but circus peanuts, the candy. In case you're new.
Yeah. So, there you go. I'll switch back to my thing here.
Yeah, very sweet. Okay.
Yeah, sweet. Young grains.
Yeah.
Circus peanuts.
What?
What? Nothing.
What'd I do?
You didn't do anything.
Well, what was that look?
I was just waiting for your reaction.
I mean...
Yeah, so I did try this.
You liar!
I did try this. Gotta say, it's actually better here.
Yeah.
Or at least this bottle is better than what I tried. What I tried was, I would say, 25% worse.
It's pretty thin, and it's a little harsh. It's fairly harsh for what...
It's a little one note.
It's one note.
Yeah.
It has like a rubbing alcohol burn.
Mm-hmm.
But the flavors, I think, like... And I'm not trying to be nice to it or anything. I'm just trying to articulate. I feel like in double the age, maybe this could be something.
It would start getting there.
Maybe. I don't feel like it's just disgusting, like spit it out, gross. Like there's some things that I'm just like, this just tastes like nail polish, remember. It does not come off like that. It feels like there's some real effort here. I just don't think this is it.
I'm actually disappointed because I was expecting what I tried at the tasting bar to be this.
You wanted me to do a... Oh, I'm sorry I couldn't deliver on that.
Yeah.
Well, but first...
I wanted to be like punked.
Get Michelle Martin up on the screen.
You got it.
Thank you.
Boom.
She says, cheers to you both. Found a bottle of Maker's Mark cask strength yesterday and already had the 46 cask strengths. We're going to do our own drink this or that shortly. how fun. I love it. Hopefully you enjoy doing yours as much as we did. That was a good one. And Jeff Winbush says, 466 watching and only 152 likes. Newbies.
Noobs. It's okay.
Thank you for the support.
Yeah. But, you know, if you want to hit one of them, it helps with discoverability on
and if it's your first time
on YouTube
and you like it and you want to come back, maybe subscribe and then you'll get an alert.
For things like this and produce episodes on Fridays and sometimes other times.
And sometimes
other times.
Yeah.
And sometimes every time. 50% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, this is, well, it's super sweet. What did you say? 90 proof? It's 90 proof? Yeah.
Like now going back.
Surprisingly has like this heat that sort of goes all over your mouth. More of a burn type category.
That's what I mean, like a harshness.
Yeah.
When I go back to the nose, it almost has like an orange marmalade, but not like a nice homemade, you know, somebody's grandmother canned it themselves. It's like very cheap store bought.
Yeah.
Like,
and no finish to really speak of.
at the very first part of the sip.
I know.
It is pretty...
Until it hits the back of your tongue.
Welcoming, and then it hits the back of your tongue. It's like soft and, you know, it seems like it's going to be balanced, and then it rolls to the back of your tongue, and like that bitterness and that harshness really just sits there.
Yeah.
Like I'm still getting it right now.
Mm-hmm.
It almost feels like I'm like have a piece of charred oak on the back of my tongue, and it just would be like it's too bitter, you know, from the burnt.
Yeah.
So,
Ocho.
But it's got a, I mean, as all bourbons tend to, it has a caramely note that I think could be something one day, but, and I want it to be, you know, I want to see something good come from close to home, but this ain't it. Unfortunately.
No, not yet anyway.
Not yet. It could be.
Yeah.
What you doing? Oh, it's for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, it's for me. Daniel says, moved from Wales to Oregon. Whoa, what a move. Mostly been a Scotch drinker. Since living in the States, I've been on a bourbon journey. Love your content. Cheers.
Well, cheers to you.
Welcome.
A cowbell cheers.
Oh, that was soft. But yes, welcome. And hopefully we can help you find some things that you like.
Yeah.
That's exciting. What a move.
Yeah. So I got to give this one a pass.
Oh, yeah.
Until it gets some more time.
Yeah, I just... Something.
For the money you can get.
And I'm sure it's probably...
So much better.
Chill filtered, so like what if it was 100 proof? What if it was 6 years old or 7 years old? What if it was non-chill filtered? Like, could it be something? Yeah. I think that maybe there could be something here.
Yeah, I think so.
But we'll have to revisit. Not
like I said, tried their rye, and it was around the same price, and it was actually pretty decent.
But was it around the same age too? Because that makes a big difference for rye.
That I don't remember an age.
I'm sure
if it's their stuff, I imagine it probably was around
at least 3 years. I mean, they probably laid it down in 2016, so or around then. Well, okay, we'll just have to keep an eye out on new stuff from that distillery.
Yeah.
All right, Exodus says, recently turned 21. Congratulations. We all need to give a cheers to that. Mm-hmm. You have crossed the threshold. Now no one will celebrate your birthdays ever again until you get married, and then it's delightful.
Yeah.
It's so exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, anyways, I forgot.
And then there's more.
Favorite by far is Woodford Reserve Double Oaked. Least favorite being Four Roses. Any recommendations based on that? So, if your least favorite is Four Roses, I feel like they tend to have like a fruity, spicy, floral thing going on. Depending on what Four Roses
Sounds like you might like more earthy.
Well, maybe more earthy, but if Woodford Reserve Double Oaked is going to be like that barbecue, savory
earthy,
chocolate. Yeah, but more, you know, like desserty / barbecue-y notes. So what would you suggest based on that?
I mean, first of all, I'd like to know what Four Roses, if it was just the 80 proof, which is completely understandable, if it was the small batch or the single barrel or the small batch select. But Double Oak, I mean, that's gonna be the same proof as regular Woodford, which is 90.4, so something in that range. You know what? I would say on the low price end, I would get Evan Williams Bottled and Bond because
it does have that like nutty earthy.
It's 100 proof. It's pretty rich for a value. Like $12-15 bourbon.
Mm-hmm. Swan and Tim said Early Times Bottled and Bond. I think
Times.
that's also a really good suggestion.
Yep.
Tim said
same distillery as your Woodford.
Some people are saying 1910 or Old Forester 1920. I think though, because it's also Brown Forman, could work for them. Some people are saying 1910, and I think that's because of the finishing and the Woodford double oak.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think they read the same.
I think that might be a little too, like, where you say you don't like. I don't know. I'd be concerned that if any of the like fruity floral notes from Four Roses, the 1910 does pick up a little bit of a fruity note, and I'm not sure about that.
Mm-hmm. I would say
what else in that
stepping
flavor
up
range
from there. I mean,
what do you think about like a Maker's Private Select though with the suspended staved? It's not like a double oaked, but
could be. I was just gonna say like Russell's Reserve, like just jump in there just because it's awesome.
But do you think that would be too high rye? Maybe. Okay.
Maybe.
I feel like some really good suggestions are coming in the chat. Yeah. So
I mean, I would buy 1920 because that is price wise going to be around the same what you're spending on the double oak, I believe. Mm-hmm. But 115 proof instead of 90, so watch out for that. But I'd give it a go.
Well, good question, and happy belated birthday, and thanks for joining us. Thanks for like picking up the channel.
Yeah.
Like right after your birthday. That's cool. Ray says, looking forward to meeting everyone at Whiskey Weekend Batch 3. I was last in Louisville in November, and it was a bit of a ghost town. Is it starting to liven up again? Have we been to Louisville recently? I don't think so.
Not recently.
But I hear, like things around our town are picking back up. So I would think that would apply there too.
Absolutely.
And Paul says, watching that body language, did somebody miss a birthday or something? Do tell. No, Chad has never missed a birthday. I was just trying to be funny and like, I mean, it's a little true. Like once you turn 21, the next time people will celebrate you is if you get married, maybe on your 30th birthday, probably on your 40th birthday. And that's really it, except your spouse, because they have to care.
Yeah.
They're literally required to care.
True.
So I was just teasing, like saying that's the last big one that you'll probably have for a while, not to depress him or anything, but it's true.
It's true. And then Brian Brennecke.
I really don't like that.
Brian Brennecke.
Are you done now?
I'm done.
Okay.
Says, listening to Sarah rattle off those notes and recommendations, I feel sorry for Perry in a few weeks. Sorry
Bear.
Oh.
No, I would never hurt him. Except for that
Except
when I destroy him. No, I think it will be a good fight.
Well, thank you.
A good little discussion.
The three of you for those super chats. We do appreciate.
Oh, I thought you were going to leave it on and I was like, so we have to get divorced.
We tell it's a preach.
Oh, too funny.
I wouldn't blame you.
I don't want this anymor. Why am I still drinking this?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know. Let's see. Where are we at?
I wouldn't blame you. Good. You're so cute.
I think we'll go. We got a couple picks that we haven't had before, or at least that we haven't owned before. This is the Yellowstone pick. Mm-hmm. This is from Total Wine and More. And they had 3 different proofs. And I've never seen this before, but the proof, because this one's 115, they had a 102 and a 109. And depending on the proof, the price went up. So unfortunately, this was the highest priced one.
But I mean, in a world where you say a barrel costs X.
I mean, yes, it makes sense.
And whatever you get out of it, we want to pay for the barrel. So the barrel cost divided by the bottles. I understand.
Have you seen that?
I've never seen that.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
It's
But they are smaller.
Weird.
I mean.
Here's also the information that I got there. Apparently, these are all cut down. They were all even numbers. 102, 109, 115. No points, So they are... Water is added to them, and they describe the picking process as being you are given the single barrel in several different proof ranges cut down, and you choose the one that is the best proof to you of those for that barrel.
Nice.
So they did 3 single barrels the 102, 109, and 115. And I was like, well, if we're going to do one for the first time, let's try the 115.
We did get a handful of picks because we like to live in a world where we pretend like we're going to get the opportunities to do these picks sometime soon.
We need to do some research.
We got to do some research, right?
So,
just in case that day ever comes.
Just in case. Now,
you never know.
There are around your family's stomping grounds. In Lebanon.
That's true. Yep.
Kentucky.
Lebanon, Kentucky.
Yep.
Marion County. That's where my mom grew up. She actually told me, she's like, in high school, we used to party in the field right next to Maker's Mark. But she hates bourbon because I guess she shouldn't have been drinking at that young age.
And she obviously wasn't.
And obviously she wasn't, because that's wrong.
Come on,
but
Sarah.
if she had...
We're on the internet here.
You know, that at some point, once she was of age, had a bad experience with bourbon.
Like our friend with the recent birthday.
Right. Terrible experience with bourbon, and now she can't even smell it. And I'm like, are you sure you're my mom? I'm about to get an ancestry DNA test.
You fell far from the tree.
Sure did.
Cork pop.
No, she's sweet.
Pretty good. I do like their bottles, the Yellowstone bottles.
It's pretty.
Boss, I like the new black and red
nice.
label. That's going to denote their single barrel picks.
It feels a little bit like a throwback, a little vintagey. But they've definitely refreshed it. But it feels like it's like calling to that.
This is based off of the old Yellowstone.
But I like that.
Bottle, yeah.
I like that about it.
Me too. So, see if...
Ooh, I like the nose.
So this is Stephen Beam. This is one of the Beams. And the Beams are all throughout the bourbon industry. Here, this in case, you know what I mean. He says, in 2010, my family and I founded Limestone Branch Distillery with the intention of crafting only the finest whiskey and the dream of restoring the Yellowstone brand to its former glory. So as we said, you know, a former brand. In the spring of 2015, over a century after our great-grandfather MC Beam... MC Beam? Hold on.
Don't do it.
MC Beam? Oh, I have this muted. Pretty sure it played. Yeah. Sold his distillery to Yellowstone. That dream came true. The handpicked collection is a series of single barrels, each handpicked and sampled at the distillery. With each barrel comes its own complexities and one-of-a-kind flavors, each one different than the next. From our hearts to your glass, enjoy, Stephen Beam.
May I drink it?
You may. Just seeing if there's any age.
On the nose, it reminded me of homemade zucchini bread, which has like some baking spices in it. They're soft though and sweet.
Well, barreled May 4th, 2016.
Oh, okay.
So that's the age.
So it's almost 5 years old?
It's about 5, yeah.
Nose is...
Pretty good, right?
I probably would have guessed.
I'm getting...
6-ish.
Crisp apple.
I said zucchini bread.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When you weren't listening that time.
Well, yeah. I was immersed in a yarn. Yeah, I can get not so much the zucchini bread, but zucchini and apple peel.
But in zucchini bread, it doesn't taste like zucchini. They're just used for the texture.
Yeah. All right. Hey!
Quite a mouthfeel for not even 5 years.
Yeah. It doesn't drink like 115 proof. I mean, maybe it starts...
Ooh, I think it does.
There's a little building heat, but like the initial palate's like, hey, what is this?
The side of my tongue, 100? Yeah. It like
yeah,
lit that up.
It starts to build.
They think that you should pay them when you play that, and it hurts. It hurt Patrick's ears.
No, I got the sound effect thing turned down.
He said, "Ow."
It's fine.
He said,
it's
"Ow."
Fine. You're fine.
You don't know him.
You're fine. See, love the horn. Thank you, T. Hutch.
A piece of buttered zucchini bread. That's what. I love zucchini bread, so.
I mean, I get the butteriness. Yeah.
Now I'm hungry. Now I want that. I'm like, gosh, I gotta
donuts?
make that. I'm growing some zucchini, so I will be making that. Oh, good.
It's got a peppery spice. I get more on the second. Yeah. Second sip is less forgiving than the first. Now it's like immediate kind of front of tongue heat. Yeah.
It really kind of starts on the tip and it kind of gets your sides.
But no, you're right. Like comparing this as a 5-year to that first
at least 3 years.
Last
world
call.
of difference.
Yeah, world of difference. I think this is a really good proof. I mean, you guys can see this, the liquid. I mean, it's beautiful.
It's got a nice reddish color to it.
Yeah, very nice.
Very like a rusty copper.
It almost, I mean, you could almost say it looks like a finished whiskey, like a red wine.
Right. The amount of the red on there.
Yeah.
Is it non-chill filtered? It looks non-chill filtered based on all the stuff that's floating around in there.
I didn't see anything on the label that said that, but it's very, very possible.
I mean, based on the mouthfeel and the fact that there's little specks floating around in there, I saw a thread on that somewhere today. I was in some sort of Facebook group just scrolling around, and I was like, someone posted, like, what does it mean when you see all these little specks floating in your whiskey? And that's just, usually if it's stored, I guess, at a chilly room temperature, those fatty acids kind of grab onto each other, and it looks gross, to be honest. But there ain't nothing wrong with it.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
There we go.
Cameron, too funny. Someone suggested Legion for Exodus, who was asking about the Woodford Double Oaked.
Okay.
Viscous. Viscous is a good description,
I
Michael.
could see. Yeah, I could see that. I could see the Legion.
I just keep going back to this. Like,
I think if we had an opportunity,
the finish leaves. I mean, I feel the age the most on the finish.
Yeah, it's not a super long finish.
No,
it's
not
really,
a super long.
It's really all up front. I mean, it is really enjoyable, but then it kind of.
But then it kind of just is like, bye.
Yeah.
It's not enjoyable. It's just like we were drinking some really nice stuff yesterday. Really, really nice stuff, courtesy of Joseph Prezo and Todd Cooper.
Yeah.
And Lisa Marie. And so it's hard to think about those finishes.
And Justin's House
and
of Bourbon.
Caroline.
Yeah.
But yeah, it makes you notice the small things like the finish.
Right.
Not that that's a small thing, but you know what I mean. It's good.
But
all the way around.
I will say this: 3 or 4 sips later, it is now appearing to have a longer finish, just because that spice is still sticking around on the front of the tongue. So it's not so much a finish in the chest, but at least that's sticking around and sort of giving, like, the more you drink it, the more finish it's having. If that makes sense.
What was the cost on this bad boy?
You know what? I did not do my due diligence and put my little tag system on here. Swan, you still in here?
I saw him a second ago. I thought maybe
I want to say it was around $70.
Swan, tell him he's wrong.
So hopefully, I want.
If you're here,
I think that's.
Are you there, Swan? It's me,
it's
Margaret.
It's me, Sarah. It's actually, after drinking it, going back to the nose, it's got a really good nose. I do like it.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, it sort of has a. Now I'm sort of getting like cooked apples. I think it's smelling more viscous. I hope that makes sense to everybody. We were actually talking about this yesterday at our tasting. Like sometimes just a nose is like, it smells like it's going to be thick and rich and have the exceptional mouthfeel just from the nose. And after drinking it, I'm sort of getting more like cooked. I see. Reduced. So like that little thicker type of, it's not a broth, whatever you call it, whatever the apples are cooking in.
Baked apples.
Yeah, baked apples. Some cinnamon on there, because that's sort of cinnamon/black pepper finish.
And like a little bit of citrus, like I could get a tiny bit of lemon zest.
There's
a little brightness, yeah. Danny's Candy says $65 in Georgia.
Okay, yeah. And again, that's probably, based on the proof. We picked up the highest proof one, because come on, proof hounds. Probably that 102 proof was more in the 60s, I would imagine.
I really like that at the front of the tongue. Very nice.
Yeah, if we had the opportunity to do a Yellowstone pick,
I would do it.
Yeah.
But I would want this proof.
Samesies.
I would want this proof.
3 or 4 sip Chad. Yeah.
Right? He's always giving me a hard time about it. Excuse me. Oh, I promise I'm not bored. It's just been a long weekend. $72 at Total Wine, says James. Thank you. So we've got great. 65 to 72-ish, which is, what did you say? You said you thought he paid about 70, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
70, 72. Yeah. 72.
So that's probably right.
Yeah. a little younger, although we always say that ages and everything, but a little bit younger than we'd want to pay for that price. But again, ages and everything. It's not drinking like a 5-year. It's really not.
Yeah.
If I had to just guess, I would say
I would have guessed
7
at least
to
6.
8.
Yeah, I would have
range, 6 to 8.
6 would have been my minimum, and I would have probably, just to be safe, I would have said 6 to 8.
Yeah, the more I'm drinking on, the more I'm really. It's almost got like a little hot toddy. There's a little tea, little honey, and the apple. I don't know. It's really. I'm
feeling
the more I
it.
drink it,
I'm feeling it.
It's opening up in the glass. I'm really digging.
Yeah.
Did I get? Here we go.
Brandon.
Brandon
says, I've watched a lot of your guys' vids. Haven't seen the full collection as it looks to be behind you here. Is there a vid showing off the full collection? It's on the to-do list. Very astute of you to notice that we don't have that video out there yet.
And then actually, Brandon, that completely reminded me of something. On the last, I think it was the last live, someone said, "Is that real or a green screen?" We've gotten that question before.
I can reach back here. I can touch them. I can pull it.
See?
They're all here.
It's real.
The gang's all here.
Yeah, it's real. No green screen.
That'd be really mean if we did a green screen. I mean, I'm sure somebody, like, I don't know, it would be a tease for me, because I would be like, I want to reach back there and grab that.
Right.
You know?
Totally.
So,
You just
I'm glad
grab some
that
green screen.
we made this, and mostly Chad made this. I hung wallpaper.
Thank you for that.
I hung wallpaper, and I helped arrange bottles, so I helped to make this.
Okay, good stuff. Now, sticking with the...
One moment.
You going back to the first call? I have to look at the bottle.
The old Fitzgerald drinks a little nicer. I had the 8-year that we had at the beginning. It does drink a little bit nicer, as I would expect it to for the price. But this one holds its own. I'm very impressed.
There you go. Okay.
Very impressed.
Hopefully there might be a
one day
pick
maybe.
in our future.
We can only dream.
Yeah.
We shall see.
We shall see.
All right.
Get something else in our
glass. Let's get the NuLu up. We see a super chat from you, Roger. We'll get that as soon as we open this bottle.
So going from one, smaller Kentucky distillery to another smaller Kentucky distillery. This is NuLu,
which we have done on the show before on a live.
We have. This is a pick. This is from Total Wine. Actually, Chad, not me. There's more than one.
He doesn't talk about. I don't let him talk about himself in the third person.
Was on this pick. This is the Barrel D01 for anyone local, but this is. I mean, I don't know what is out there about them publicly. Oh, once I go this way, there we go. But it is sourced. So we'll get this opened.
I'm glad you're doing it. I don't know.
Overall, not bad on the wax department.
No, Knob Creek's, I love them, but honestly, it's probably the worst wax opening experience.
I disagree.
What's the worst?
You had that Pure Kentucky XO from Willet.
Oh, that was horrible.
Yeah.
That was an awful one.
And we had one where the thing just completely...
And we had to get the knife out, but I don't remember what that was.
I don't remember what it was, but man, we had to work on it.
Okay, but Knob Creek is up there.
I usually don't have a
I
problem
usually
with
have
Knob
trouble
Creek.
with them. Oh. Okay, well.
Oh, screen just went orange.
Whoa. Eric, we see you too. Let us get this in our glass, and we will give you both a triangle cheers. Because you deserve it.
We got 3, actually.
We have 3?
3
no,
to do.
Just 2.
Oh, you're right. I was seeing that other one up there.
I know.
We're going to do that one.
All right. First, we will do Roger, who says, Limestone Branch came up to Indiana yesterday. Got the chance to meet Steve. What an awesome guy. Love the 115 proof.
And his name was... was it James?
Stephen Fonte. Okay. That's...
I'm going to say James. James Beauregard Beam.
He is a character.
He's so great.
He has such a presence.
I love Stephen Fonte.
I follow him on social media, and he's just always posting about his dogs, and that is the fastest way to my heart. So
he and Stephen Beam, two upstanding dudes.
Eric Gilmore says, so if you could, would you Okay. If you could, would you go for a pick at Wild Turkey Rare Breed or
Eagle Rare?
Or Eagle Rare if you could.
So a Wild Turkey Rare Breed or a Buffalo Trace Eagle Rare
Do they
pick?
do Rare Breed picks? Because yes.
If they could, I would absolutely do Eagle Rare over Rare Breed. Flip that. Rare Breed over Eagle Rare.
Agreed.
There's too many rares.
When you first said Eagle Rare over Rare Breed, I was like...
No.
Excuse me?
Rare Breed. Completely without question.
And if I couldn't get a Rare Breed, I would do a Russell's Reserve if that was an option.
Yeah.
And if I couldn't get a Russell's Reserve, then I would probably do an Eagle Rare. And the only reason I say
over
that...
a Kentucky Spirit? I wouldn't say I'm over the Kentucky Spirit. Airplane?
I don't know. That would be a tough decision.
Yeah.
Just because we did that one Eagle Rare night where we did like the blind tasting of 12 different picks. And I don't think there was any of them that like floored me as far as me being like, this is so delicious. So I would probably do...
It was interesting that the off-the-shelf Eagle Rare blind came in last, though.
That was interesting. I think it would be hard, though, for me, never having done a Buffalo Trace pick, to turn that down. I would like to have a pick experience at Buffalo Trace. So if it was between Kentucky Spirit and that, I would probably pick Eagle Rare just to be able to go to Buffalo Trace. There, I got to the bottom of it.
Brian Brinke is sipping on a Total Wine NuLu pick Barrel 100 right now.
And Joe asks, what NuLu is this? Double oaked? What pick? So this is a Total Wine and More pick. This is 116.4 proof, double oaked, non-chill filtered. And those are the things that I know about this.
Double oak, so yeah, it's a double barreled one.
Distilled by MGP.
Okay, so they are transparent about it. Good on them.
We don't have an age, right? But it says straight, so we know it's at least 2.
It was finished for 8 months in that secondary barrel.
But we don't know what the first.
Yeah.
So, we don't know.
Non-chill filtered, though, there.
I did say that, and I like to see it.
116.4. Okay.
It's not a deal breaker for me, but I just like the way I just like the texture that comes with that.
Ooh, it's savory.
That is like fresh ground pepper and
pulled pork or burnt end.
It does almost smell like a barbecue sandwich.
Yeah, it does.
Wow, yes. Oh, yeah. Crazy. A pulled pork sandwich.
Pork chop sandwiches.
Pork chop sandwiches. Smells delicious.
God, that smelled good. Yeah, that's a lovely nose. It makes me, I've said it before, but it makes me just want to bite the glass. It's so savory.
I never want barbecue, but now I want a pulled pork sandwich with pickles. So
you can hold the pickles. I'll give you the pickles.
I'll take your pickles. Yeah. So there.
Okay, great nose. Diving in. Ooh-wee.
It still smells like, or tastes. It has a smokiness to it that is like pulled pork.
Yes.
With pepper, like a rub, you know.
A dry rub.
But then I also get like some sweet, or not vinegary, but like the feeling of having smoky barbecue with something that's like clean and cuts through, like a pickle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is crazy. Maybe I'm just stuck on this now, but...
No, I mean, I can get... There might be a little dill element in there.
There's a little dill element, but there's like, in the pepper, too, there's almost like, it's like a brown sugar caramelized pepper, whatever rub is going on, like, on the outside. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I dig this so much.
That light smoky note that just hangs out.
Yeah.
Like it's been over a grill. Like it's been over some charcoals.
Oh, and this... Dare I say this might be the best Kentucky... Indiana hug that I've had all night. It really just went down there and started spreading out through the chest. This is by far the best NuLu pick that we tasted. Or I shouldn't speak for you, but
it's hard for me to remember the last one, but I remember I liked it.
Yeah, we liked it, but this...
It's just different. I think this would be so fun this summer. I mean, I think you might want to put a big ice ball in there if you're going to have it in the summer, just because, you know, the 116 proof and that, like, it's got a nice hug to it. So I think if it were the summer and you were having a barbecue, it might get a little hot. An evening barbecue.
An evening barbecue.
That's what we need to say.
Okay.
Maybe one giant cube.
Oh, man.
Swan wants to know which release did we grab. This is
the DO1.
DO1.
Yep. Oh, man. Swan, since we got you, price, because I also didn't put the neck tag on this one. I want to say it's up maybe also in that $70 range, if I'm remembering right.
Lil wants to know if it's from Justin's because they got one of those too. We actually got this one from Total Wine, but we were at Justin's yesterday and we saw their NuLu pick too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
Now, if we got the opportunity to do a NuLu pick, as long as we could get something that tastes like this, we would absolutely be down for that.
I want to know what the price is though.
And we'll bring Chad along with us. The power of two Chads
Chad.
And a Sarah.
And
two Chads, a Sarah,
and
a pizza place. And a Swan.
Tony Curtis.
Hey,
hi,
Tony Curtis.
Tony says, nice show. Love the small distillery tastings. Yeah, it's fun. I like every now and then,
That deserves a triangle, my dear.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
Don't you cheap out on Tony.
How dare I not give this man a little triangle? If I had a saxophone, I'd play a little. No, I don't. I don't know how to play that. Nor do I have. You gotta do sexy sax, man.
That is sexy sax. Oh, the video. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, that is a sexy sax song.
No, sexy sax man song.
I know.
Okay. I just love that video.
You guys seen The Lost Boys, where they go to that outdoor concert, and it's this, big, muscly dude, lead singer with his shirt off, and, he's like got the chain around his neck and everything, and then there's a saxophone solo, and man, he was just like pulled back ponytail, he was just rocking that saxophone, like, yep, that's an 80s movie.
80s thing.
Saxophone, gotta have rock saxophone.
Right. Swan says this is $71.99. So really about the same as the Yellowstone.
Yep. Two completely different things.
Totally different.
Between this and the Yellowstone, bringing different things to the table. Both are on the same proof, 115, and this one's 116.4.
Like, truthfully, I would love to do them both and have them out at the same time, because if you like more traditional, I think you're gonna want to go for the Yellowstone. If you want something that is like, when have I said a pulled pork sandwich with pickles? I don't think ever.
I've said the pulled pork.
So I think that's fun.
Yeah.
It's different. It's unexpected. And it's like still got a nice finish, but it's just like, again, I could pick a scenario where this would be perfect.
Yes.
Now I actually want to have this with a pulled pork sandwich.
Yeah, you could pair this pretty easily, I feel like. I want to see if anyone else is weighing in on the Lost Boys movie.
Oh, I thought we were weighing in on Sexy Sax Man.
Or Yacht's Flute. Yeah, I can do some Yacht's Flute.
This is, it's got a burnt brown sugar thing at the end. It's nice. Yeah, I like it. Heavy notes of brown sugar and oak.
Well, there you go. Hey.
Did you read this before?
I didn't.
Okay, I was going to say. I was just reading it and I'm like, hey, I just said that.
No, for sure, yeah.
Oof.
Brown sugar, the baking spice. I don't like baked beans, but for some reason I'm tasting baked beans. I think it might just be the whole
barbecue
picnic type of thing. But it's sort of, again, it's that consistency thing, the mouthfeel thing. It's just, it's really viscous, like a slow-moving liquid, like baked beans.
But you hate baked beans.
Exactly, yeah. But I like this. ProhibitionCraftSpirits.com. PCS. If you guys want more information.
They're in Louisville.
Yeah.
We should, because NuLu, duh. We should see if we could go. Oh, okay. Okay. Somebody write this down. I gotta write it down. Sorry, I'm not trying to be rude, but if I don't, I won't remember. I'll put it on my to-do list for tomorrow.
If only NuLu. Get it, Chad? I don't.
Got it. Done. I live for a good list.
It's over my head.
Swan says, I love baked beans.
Get this man some baked beans. Stat.
I really don't know how that started, but it's so funny.
What? The baked beans?
Yeah, it's a Facebook thing.
Oh, okay.
It's always, he's just always posting pictures, and this is my bourbon podcast group about baked beans. It's a thing. I don't know why. Swan, you'll have to tell us the tale of the baked beans sometime. Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, Lou knew. Who knew? Lou knew. Huh. Okay, I get it now. It had to be explained to me.
Tammy says, I volunteer as tribute. I'm not sure for what.
For a pick.
But I like it. Yes. Okay.
And for tribute.
Okay.
District 12, Tammy. No.
She'd win.
Is that your district?
She would win.
Yeah.
Pudding War says, dang you guys, no NuLu out here in Nevada. Total Wine is keeping them all in your neck of the woods. It sounds like they're rolling them out, though. I saw someone said they were in Georgia, so maybe they're working their way.
Yeah. I mean, they're
making their way downtown, walking fast.
Oh, boy. And I'm homebound. Add that one to the soundboard. Got it. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. I feel like we hit the goofy right on time with 9 o'clock.
Yep.
And that usually means when we've got to start winding it down. And I just finished this, so...
I feel like I tried some NuLu at their tasting bar, and we had some of theirs and stuff, and I enjoyed them. But I think I was just waiting for this bottle, to own one.
But now are you nervous?
I'm glad that we have it.
I'm glad that we have this one too. If we did a pick, I would want for sure the non-chill filtered. Definitely in this proof range.
The double barrel.
I would prefer a double barrel.
Yep.
So just this. Can I do one of these?
Just another one of these, basically.
Gimme.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, that's...
Swan, you got to add
nice.
pulled pork sandwich with pickles and baked beans to the little...
descriptor?
To the little... Well, they put the stickers on it like, so-and-so's favorite because it tastes like...
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
I wonder if that would deter people or make them curious, though.
So I want to say NuLu is doing a lot of batch releases for states, not a ton of picks outside of the connected Kentucky states. Okay.
That makes sense, though. I feel like they're rolling it out slowly.
Yeah. Good info. All right, well.
Oh, Ben Z says I have a NuLu toasted barrel pick from Total Wine in Louisville. It's amazing. Now, the only thing I might consider more than a double oak barrel would be a toasted.
Toasted?
Maybe.
I mean, isn't this second barrel toasted?
I don't know.
I feel like that is what the second barrel is.
Is it? I wasn't listening when you were talking.
Well, it doesn't really say. It just says double oaked.
Well, we'll have to ask when we see them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
doesn't
that's
say.
enough for
doesn't
you.
Doesn't
say. Make for good TV.
No. But there we go. Cool. Thanks so much, guys. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll see you Friday for our produced episode. We'll see you back here on Sunday for a live.
That we will.
Yeah, I don't know if the live of Whiskey Weekend will be affected by Whiskey Weekend shenanigans.
No promises gonna be made there.
That'll have to be a wait till the day.
A TBD.
To
we're talking about Sunday the 25th.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't promise how. I don't know how I'm gonna feel that day, and but maybe we would make up for it if we didn't do it on Sunday. Maybe we wait until Monday or Tuesday or another night. But we don't want to step on anybody else's toes either.
Right.
So we'll sort.
We'd have to slip into that 1 hour time slot where there's not a whiskey tube.
Or maybe we could just give them an extra little uncorking that week to make up for it or something.
Maybe so.
We'll figure that out.
There you go.
That's for us to decide. Y'all just sit back and enjoy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go. Well, cool, guys. Thanks so much. We will see you all next week. For sure.
We will. And the week after that, we'll be with Woodrew, Todd, Tammy, Brian, and now I've got.
Oh, see, now you've done it.
Ray and.
You may call me Tim.
Tim. Shoot.
Trev.
I messed up.
You done mess. You get on me for trying
to
remember everyone, and then.
I know.
Timothy.
I done goofed. This is why we don't do that.
Yeah. All right.
Then it's not nice.
Mm-hmm.
All of you who I will see. All right, good night.
Bye, guys.